Greetings, pirates, privateers, and other ne'er-do-wells. This is Grim coming at you live once again, but this time I'm on my super secret base somewhere out there in the cosmos to bring you something a little bit different. Hasn't come up in any of the videos before, but Cartel Incorporated, what is it? Where did it come from? Well, that's a big, long story. To put it simply, it's a creative universe that I created over the past 20 years, and I found that I could fit it within the bounds of Empyrion Galactic survival with Reforged Eden 2 in their shipbuilding. It's a sci-fi universe. There's lots of different tech, lots of different ships, that sort of thing. And I figured what better way to see if my creations were viable than build them in here. As a matter of fact, you can see one lurking in the dense fog down there. But that's not for this particular episode. Today we're going to focus on the Ansari cleanser. Not a great shot of it, but let's get outside, head up front, and take a look, shall we? So, the Ansari are one of the races that I came up with for my fictional universe. And they're, conceited bunch. They believe that they are the premier life form in the universe. Everything else is beneath them and exists only to fuel their expansion. So I figured, if they're that full of themselves, what are their ships going to look like? Well, I'd imagine something like shiny Art Deco, wow, look at me, 1930s gorgeous building. Well, that's the cockpit anyway. Or bridge. Yeah, it's the bridge. And of course, the bridge is the most important part. Down the outside over here, there's a nacelle of sorts, but it serves a few different purposes. Big bay door into the interior flight bay. And, yeah, that's a big hidden cannon on the side there. Artillery piece, really. Coming around the back, we have yet another bay door and two large drive thrusters contained within the nacelles. And with this bay door in the back, a ramp that drops down, more doors that open up, big, easy access for anything that you're flying. A little bit above that, a small deck that you can land a couple SVs on. Right here we've got one of my other creations, the Long Haul, sitting waiting for its next order. And then on the very top, this is a special landing pad. There's another ship called the Manta that fits just perfectly up here. It's the companion to this ship and brings with it the teeth. As it stands, the Ansari cleanser is not meant for protecting itself out in space. That's what the Manta's job is. This thing, guns, cannons, all the good stuff, sentry guns, let's turn them all on. Is bedecked with things that are perfect for taking out everything on a planet's surface. So the cannons up top protect you from drones. The big ones on the side, in the most recent iteration of Reforged Eden 2, might work on planet. Not sure about that, we'll have to see later, but these are the fun ones. Hidden just underneath, a long line of GATs and cannons that can take apart the defenses on a POI in a couple of minutes, leaving you to land your cleanser next to the base and just completely clean it out. Everything taken care of, nice and quick-like. Now that said, that's the outside. Let's go have a look at the inside. Big turbines to help deal with the massive amounts of power that this thing draws. Oh yeah, pay no attention to the other crap sitting around in here. This came from a save game. I didn't do this on my special pirate island. So you're going to see a few of the little sort of experiments that I ran. The Obero. That was actually a really good construction vehicle. So here's the landing bay, nice and capacious. There's access on both sides to the front and rear parts of the nacelles. This is where all the engines, oxygen, and fuel are housed. If we head up towards the front of the nacelle over here, there's some extra storage. That one's for a harvest controller, I believe. Yep. Ammunition's on the other side. Looks exactly the same. Inside the hangar bay, there's a universal constructor on that side, advanced or large constructor on this side, and a couple of small ones interspersed just for fun. Through the front here, nice little window onto the pentexite tank. Here's the engine room. Large warp drive, giant generators, big shield generator. There's your Wi-Fi, your RCS, and your scanner right up front. And here's a deconstructor as well that connects to the bridge. Oh, before I forget, just in case you want to pay your neighbors a little visit, an easy way down to the surface from up here as well. Now, if we keep those closed and head out the doors, we're in the capacious bridge. This is my favorite part of the cleanser. I took a long time putting this together, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. In here, science table. Over here, there's access to the deconstructor. We've got crew everywhere. You can change them out to your liking. Each one of these adds a little bit of extra CPU, so it does help the boat actually run. That's why they're here. There's a weapons locker. There's an armor locker. And the pilot seat right up here in the middle with the core on display. Right in front of this giant window that looks like it came out of a cathedral. And that's your view from the pilot seat. Not too shabby. Alright. That's the front of the boat. Let's head up and take a look at the upper rear end. Double doors at the top here. Lead into the garden with a nice gallery roof. You can check out your solar system while checking out the plants. That's Bob. He does the gardening. He comes with the ship. Nicely ventilated. Every room has been checked for seals. The captain's quarters, not a lot here. I didn't spend a lot of time in here, so neither should you. The Ansari don't really care about that. They're more about just making sure that whatever their next conquest is, it's been cleared for their use. Here's the med bay out in the back, just in case you get shot full of holes. It's got a freezer in it, shower, all the different medical gear, as well as extra armor and weapons lockers. Elevators on either side of the boat go straight down to the cargo bay, and you can see there right out the back. And finally, the lounge. This is what the Ansari are all about, having fun. There's gambling, there's liquor, there's food, there's TV. It's everything you could want when you're out in space. Well, not everything, but there's only so much YouTube will let me talk about without, giving me a ratings problem. And there we have it. The Ansari Cleanser base ship from Cartel Incorporated. If you're wondering more and would like to find out about the books that I've written or more about the Ansari themselves, check out cartelincorporated.ca. The books are available there. All the videos are available there. Everything's available there. And until next time when we go and check out the Manta, this is Grim, signing off.